Okay, I'll go ahead with Rice. Like Wichita State, like I said earlier, Rice had an iconic coach as well. Wayne Graham, who was there from 1992 to 2018. And under his tenure, they went to the College World Series 7 times, just like Wichita State. Um, they won the CW's, they won the championship in 2003. And this is like an amazing stat to me. So from 1995 to 2017, Rice went to the NCAA tournament every single season. That's 23 consecutive seasons. They never missed the NCAA tournament. And the funny thing is, they never, before Wayne Graham got there, they had never been to the NCAA tournament. And after he left, they haven't returned. So, now they definitely have the coach in place, David Pierce, who was the associate head coach at Rice when they won that world championship in 2003. And he was there for 9 years. And then after that, David Pierce, he spent 3 years at Sam Houston State and 2 years at Tulane. And he finished first place 4 times, second place once, and all 5 of those seasons he made the NCAA tournament. So he's doing exactly what Coach Graham was doing. And then at Texas, that was his next stop. He went to Texas. He was there 7 seasons, and he made the College World Series 3 times, made Super Regionals 4 times, and made the NCAA tournament 6 times. So, he's definitely the guy to have getting this situation fixed at Rice. But this is a different situation than Wichita State. Wichita State brought nobody back, and they're all transfers. Now, Rice, they pretty much brought a ton of people back, but they don't have any quality like return. Their leading batter by far was Blaine Brown, and he transferred to Tennessee. He was an outfielder, and he also he made 4 starts on the mound, which I was unaware of that. Maybe I was unaware of it because his 4 starts, he had a 20.77 ERA. So, they didn't end well. So I just don't remember Blaine Brown throwing. But anyhow, he's gone to Tennessee. Davian Hickson, their Friday night guy, he got drafted in the 5th round by the Dodgers. And then Garrett Stratton, another right-handed pitcher, got drafted by the Mets. So, that's the pieces that they lost that were important. Like I said, they're bringing back pretty much everybody. I'll just quickly go through what they have coming back, because at catcher, it's interesting. So they have Landon West, who's a junior. He had 50 starts, 285 batting average. And against UTSA, he threw out 3 of their 5 attempted base stealers. Against everybody else in the conference, UTSA was 27 of 31 in stolen bases. So we know he's got a gun back there. He ended the season on a 7-game hitting streak, and he ended up throwing out all 4 runners that tried to steal against him in the conference tournament. So, that's very unusual. So you would think he would be the natural starting catcher, but they're also returning Paul Smith, who's a senior. He started 13 games, batted .340, and he caught Davian Hickson. And he caught Hickson's a one-hit complete game shutout that Hickson threw, and he also hit a home run in that game. So there's some value with him too. And then Eric Anderson is also a senior. He got 16 starts at catcher and batted .271. So I know all those starts don't add up. There's too many starts, but they were DHing as well. And I suspect that's going to happen again this season. I think that the catcher, out of those 3 guys, probably they're going to be catching and DHing from those 3 guys most of the time. That's my guess. First base, they got Lorenzo Rios coming back. He's a senior. He started 17 games. Their second baseman, Hiram Bocachica, he's a sophomore, 53 starts, batted .264, 14 stolen bases, which is the most by a freshman since Anthony Rendon in 2010. And then shortstop, Michael Zito. He's returning. He was a freshman last year as well. He made the all-freshman team in the American. He had 5 home runs, batted .276. Cole Green, 27 starts at third base. He hit 5 home runs, but he only batted .200. So I'm not sure that Cole's going to be able to hold on to the third base spot. But right now I have him in there. And then in the outfield, they're bringing back senior Troy Duffield, who 23 starts, batted .250. He also in the outfield, Colin Robson started 44 games. He's a redshirt senior, and he stole 7 bases in 8 attempts. And then also in the outfield, returning 31 starts, Tobias Motley. He batted .248. 102 strikeouts and 270 at bats over his career. That's kind of high. He's going to definitely need to work on that. And then also in the outfield, Jacob Devaney is coming back, 23 starts, .256. He had a three-run home run against Sean Jenkins against us, but it was in a losing effort. The Pirates still prevailed. And then they're bringing in Garrett Bohm, who's an infielder from Texas Tech. He had 22 starts at Texas Tech, and he ended the season with an 11-game hitting streak. They're bringing in an outfielder, Zachary DeGray, who batted .277 and had 22 stolen bases at Galveston Community College. And then they brought in 2 players from Weatherford College. And these stats are kind of interesting. J.C. Davis, who's a first base infielder, is he batted .384 with 19 stolen bases. But obviously the level of playing of opponents is going to be much different in this conference. And then the other guy from Weatherford is Mason Ashlock, who hit 11 home runs and batted .269. So, I mean, that's kind of – so what you're seeing here, like I said, they have a lot coming back, but nothing spectacular. Like there's nothing you can point to and say, oh, yeah, that's our guy. We can build around that. I think other than the catcher position, everything's up for grabs. Well, no, the shortstop and second should be pretty well held down by Boca Chica and Zito. But pitching-wise, they're returning Jackson Blank. I mean, right now, he's their best pitcher that they have. He's a right-hander, junior. He had a 4.26 ERA, started 7 games, was 0-2. The Ryland Urbanchek's coming back. He didn't play at all last year, and he started 4 games with a 6.00 ERA and 24 before injury ended his season. So I don't know what he'll have to offer. And then, the rest of the pitchers they're bringing back, there's nothing you can point to that's going to show you, wow, this is interesting. They have a graduate right-hand pitcher coming back, Robert Hernandez, who was injured after 4 starts last season. And in his career, he started 9 games, is 0-6, but his ERA is respectable at 4.26. So hopefully, he'll be able to bounce back and give him something. The only left-hander they have coming back is Nolan Roycroft. 16 innings pitched, 0-1, 10.13 ERAs. Again, just not a whole lot there. So coming in, I'm going to end it with what they have coming in pitching-wise. 2 guys from Tennessee. Brandon Sharp was 1-0 with 11 appearances at Tennessee, pitching 11 innings, 17 strikeouts. And his 1 win actually came against Rice. So that's kind of interesting. Now he's an Owl. They also got a right-handed pitcher, Tanner Wiggins from Tennessee, who had 4 appearances for the Vols and only managed to get in 2.1 innings worth of work, but he didn't give up any runs. The same thing with the right-hander from TCU, Jax Traeger. He made 2 appearances, 1.1 inning, 3 strikeouts, 0 runs. And then they have a right-hander from Texas Tech, Zachary Fetchel, who only made 3 appearances, 5.79 ERA. And then they got a guy from Wichita State who started 6 games, made 23 appearances, Jeremy Arnett, but his ERA was 5.79. So again, if you look at their roster, it's not a total rebuild because they have a lot of pieces coming back, but the pieces coming back have to get better. And some of these new additions have to step up and be the alphas. And otherwise, it's going to be a long year for Rice. But there's no doubt in my mind that they're eventually going to get it right. And I want Rice and Wichita State to be good again. It's be for the better of the conference. Obviously not when they're playing the Pirates, but I really do look forward to the day when once again they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and with Coach Pierce, it's going to be a culture change from what they tried. The Jose Cruz Jr. That experiment was not going to work at the college level, and he's going to have a slow build up to get that team back.